On today's show, we have Sergej Kuntz, the co-founder of 1inch, a decentralized exchange aggregator. Sergej, why don't you start by giving us a summary of what 1inch is?
It's a pleasure to be here. So regarding 1inch itself, it is more than just an aggregator. We invented it actually on a hackathon back in 2019, May, in Outages, New York. Back to the time we were traveling with Anton, with my co-founder, around the globe and participating on the hackathons, like competitions. It was really fun, a really nice time. And we just solved our own problem because we had the problem to exchange tokens on Ethereum. And you never knew that where's the best rate, where's the most liquidity, and so on. And we decided to build something which, like algorithm, which detects how many tokens should be changed where, to get the best rate. So it makes sense to split small pieces and exchange on multiple liquidity sources. Nowadays, we are more complex than at the beginning. We are going through multiple market tabs. For example, if you exchange 10,000 Ethereum to USDC, it makes sense to exchange maybe 10% of Ethereum to Bitcoin. From Bitcoin, we exchange to stablecoin. And in parallel, we exchange through other markets, for example, through USDT, through DAI, through SUSD, for example. And then we exchange at the end to the end stable token USDC, for example. And this is possible just because of Ethereum or EVM compatible chains, because you can execute in one single transaction atomically. Right now, it's not possible on traditional finances. For example, on stock exchanges, you need to call the APIs and you potentially need to deposit and whatever else. In DeFi, you can just exchange. It is kind of our core thing, what we have on 1inch network.
How many people are you at now?
It's like a huge thing. We are more than 100 people around the globe. And we started with just 2.5 men, Anton and Michael, part-time kind of. We have a lot of teams, like one team iOS, mobile wallet, Android wallet, the app team, front-end team, microservice team, algorithm team, business relations team. Yeah.
All right. And so let's go a little bit into the team and leadership, right? Can you kind of define what the role of the DAO is? And, with any new development that happens on the platform or any decisions, how are those decisions made?
So we have our DAO, which can do signaling to us and say, okay, guys, there's a cool protocol, Opium, for example. Opium protocol is the derivatives protocol. Please integrate them into the app because they would like to stake in a pool, for example. Or we should aggregate the derivatives as well, like options. They can signal to us and we can build it if we are also committed to it. Yeah. That's why Opium pools were introduced into 1inch, the app. There's another option. Someone comes and says, okay, I'm going to build something, but I need to leave. I don't want to work on like other jobs. I need a little bit more of money. So this person or a team can apply for a grant and get a specific amount of money to start working. We help also with some introductions and everything. So the idea is if you want to build something, you can do it. Of course, we have also our own lab, 1inch lab. This is kind of legal entity. It's a vehicle, we need it in the real world. Yes, we need to pay salaries and we use it to fulfill the needs which we have, like with the real world. We have directors in the labs who are like working on decisions. I and Anton, we have kind of global visions. We share it with the team, get feedback. The team work with this, what they get from us, add own ideas. So we have multiple teams. In every team, we have a lead who is taking care and mentoring people inside of the teams. And very important is that we try to develop fast and deliver often. It's very important. So you can iterate, you can get feedback from user, you can get feedback from the community, and then you can change it and so on.
And for all the users, let's maybe start with breaking down the benefits of using 1inch versus maybe Uniswap or versus Coinbase and kind of what are the differences between each platform?
Mm-hmm. So we are not competing with Uniswap at all. We are kind of layer above, not like layer above that we are better or cooler or whatever. We just built 1inch on top of Uniswap originally on the first 2 days on the hackathon. So I didn't sleep like the whole hackathon, 2 days. And then we integrated Uniswap, we integrated 0x limit orders, we integrated Banker and Kyber. We actually build 1inch on top of these protocols, and it's kind of a logical step because like at DEX, like Uniswap is just a liquidity source, not more, not less. Of course, you can go directly to Uniswap. You can swap. You can swap for a worse rate than you get in the market, because not only the whole liquidity is concentrated in Uniswap. Yeah. So we're just aggregating everyone, like Google, I would say, more specifically for these swaps.
Every time someone executes a transaction, where do those transaction fees go to?
We have on the blockchain, we have the transaction fees for the transaction itself, for the gas, to avoid like DDoS attacks, for example. Yeah, it's just a blockchain thing. Yeah, and it goes to the miners, and part is burned. And 1inch aggregation doesn't have direct fees, like extra fees, swap fees for the user itself. But there's one thing implemented which generates revenue for the DAO. It's not for us at this team. We are well funded. We collected almost $200 million from professional investors. We never did an ICO, IDO, or whatever else. We never sold to retail. It's very important. Yeah, it's very, 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 very important. So the revenue stream. Aggregation works like that. The user see the rate, what the Pathfinder can find, and the user commits for the specific rate. If the rate changes in a positive direction and the protocol gets more than expected, it goes to the DAO treasury, which is governed and owned by the DAO. Right now we have $14.5 million since 5 months.
So right now, the current utility for the 1inch token is participating in the DAO. And do you see that changing in the future, or any other utility cases that you plan on implementing?
Yeah, we are planning more utility functionality. So right now you get also gas refund from the foundation when you stake, and you do swaps, you get up to 100% gas refund for your swaps. It depends on also on the amount you stake. So for example, you stake 100,000 1inch tokens, which is right now
50,000 or something.
It's like the price is it pumped today somehow. It's 60. I don't care about the price actually. So $67 for each token. So if you have 100,000 tokens, you swap for free. You get every month gas refund in 1inch tokens. This is kind of one functionality. We are working also on a 1inch Pro version. We set up a Swiss company which would offer same service what we have in DeFi, but for institutions. So for institutionals, it's very important to work with clean money. So that's why we have the Swiss company which do KYC AML. And we will offer swaps. We have already prototype out there. You can go to 1inch.pro. And you can take a look on the landing page, and also there's small the app. It looks like community version, but we will also extend it, improve it, extra build for institutional users, kind of. And also we are gonna release, I hope this year, a new protocol which use the 1inch token for kind of insurance.
So you mentioned integrations as you touch base on Coinbase, right? Is there a lot more other projects out there that you guys are kind of that back end swap feature for other interfacing projects?
So we have a lot of protocol like wallets and other products integrated 1inch. Also arbitrage traders are using us, or professional traders as well. They are using enterprise API, which we offer. And yeah, like banks, they are not far enough right now to use DeFi itself, because they don't know if the money is clean. Yeah, that's why we're also gonna launch the Pro version, so we can be also integrated in the banks.
What are you currently working on, and maybe some things that are coming down the roadmap?
Yeah, so we have seen a dump. It's very normal from my point of view. This is very normal. It goes up, it goes down, but also like this time where the market is like bearish, it's time to build. It gives time to concentrate on something and build something. We are working on different things. So we, of course, we improve everything what we have already. We're working on the Pro version. We're working on a new protocol what I already said, with the staking of 1inch token, ensuring a specific part of the protocol itself. So we have other ideas, introduce also own NFT market, because everyone is doing own thing. And there are some aggregators, but from user experience, from UI and UX can be better from my point of view. And also from the execution point of view, can be also be better, more efficient. And we will introduce an NFT market. aggregation among options. There's no aggregation for that, and I see also good market.
For those that are listening would like to obviously use the platform or learn more about what products you guys are launching, where should they go? How should they get a hold of you guys?
So we have our landing page, oneage.io. You find all the documentation there if you're a software engineer or software developer. If someone who would like to contribute, you can also apply for a grant, or you can also apply for kind of a job on as a contributor. Follow Twitter. Twitter is very important. You get all the news regarding OneInch, and also when we launch something, you get it first on Twitter.